All right, tomorrow, April Fool's Day, but President Trump says not joking about serving a third term.
People are asking me to run, and there's a whole story about running for a third term. I don't know. I never looked into it. They do say there's a way you can do it, but I don't know about that, but I have not looked into it. I want to do a fantastic job. We have 4 years, just about, almost close to 4 years.
Yes, heads blowing off shoulders all over the United States. Joining me now, Jonathan Turley, Fox News contributor, constitutional law expert. All right, Jonathan, in an interview with NBC News, the president told your friend Kristen Welker that there are methods in which he could do this, including having J.D. Vance run, then passing the role over. Now, what is really possible? Is there any scenario other than a constitutional amendment under which the president could serve basically a third term?
Well, there's also entering a parallel universe and coming back. These are all possibilities, but not very likely. You know, this is a president who loves to give a snake in a can to the media just to watch them open it. And he's doing that. This is another jump scare that has just lit up the internet. This has been long a parlor game among presidents, whether you could get around, any president get around the 22nd Amendment. The problem is the 22nd Amendment is pretty clear. I mean, some people have argued that because the 22nd Amendment refers to someone who was twice elected, that only applies to people who run for the office, not serve those terms. That seems a rather large stretch. But the problem is to do that. It's called a handoff scenario where you have someone like Vance get elected, then he hands it back to Trump, is that in order to be vice president under the 12th Amendment, you have to be eligible to be president. And the problem is that you're not if you've been elected twice. So you'd have trouble being a vice presidential candidate, which means that many states would keep you off the ballot. But there's also a cost to this that may not be fair to people like Vance or others who are going to run, in that all of this talk tends to diminish them. Part of Trump's legacy will be securing the White House for a Republican. And this type of talk reduces figures like Vance to sort of mini-me's, and that's not a good thing for them. It's not fair to people like Vance. So, you know, this does appear something of a jump scare, but with the exception of amending the Constitution, it does not seem particularly credible.
Well, Professor, it seems like, again, he loves to tweak and tease and kind of get them the shiny object over here, and they'll run to that. But it plays into their tired refrain of Trump as the autocrat, Trump as the king. I mean, he is a duly elected president of the United States, but it plays into their narrative. That's all I'll say about that. So probably good to leave that to rest. And you're right. I think part of his amazing legacy will be the incredible cabinet he's had and J.D. Vance. I mean, that's an incredible legacy. 3 years from now, we'll see how that all plays out. Professor, thank you for educating us tonight.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.